Hello, Sammy Seahawk here with another edition of How My Guardian Angel Helped Me Help Others. This one's been about a year in the making, and every time I get ready to make it, uh, something else comes up that I need to add to it. This starts back whenever I was driving down the road and decided to just stop randomly in this Walgreens because I felt like at the time I wanted to change where I got my prescriptions filled. And I thought, hey, maybe this one will be a good one. I'll stop in there during the day. And while I was walking back there to the prescription counter, I passed the register, and there was a guy standing there that I kind of thought I knew, but I hadn't seen him in over 10 years. So I stopped and I looked at him for a minute, and it was Bill. It was Bill Shemwell, and he was a guy that I'd met probably 10 years ago through a mutual friend. We had, dinner together and gone places together with a mutual friend. So, I just hadn't seen him in a long time, and it was out of place where I've seen him. So you know how that goes. So I stopped him. I said, "Hey, aren't you Bill?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, hey man, I'm Sammy." I go, "I hadn't seen you in a while." And it was really cool. We stood there and talked for a little bit. And I told him, I said, "Hey man, our paths crossing here, they weren't a coincidence, because this is just kind of random, and here you are." I said, "You're going to need me for something, and so whenever you do, please call me." And I gave him my number and everything, and I said, "You're going to need me." And he said, "No, I don't need anything." And I said, "You're feeling all right?" He said, "Yeah, I feel great. Everything's fine. I don't need anything." And he kind of just thought it was kind of crazy. But he thanked me and everything, and I said, "Okay, well, save my number, for whenever you need me." And then 2 weeks later, my phone rang. It was Bill. He said, I can't believe I'm calling you, but I need you." And I said, "Really? What is it that you need? I'll be there for you." And he said, "I got a medical issue that just came up out of the blue, and I'm going to need to have some surgery done and things, and I need some help. I need to get to the hospital. I need to be brought back. I need all this, and I don't have anyone." I said, "Great, man, I'm there. I'll do it for you." And he said, "You sure?" And I said, "Yeah, man, I told you that I was here for you and that you were going to need me, and I'm going to be there for you." And he said, "Man, this is so great." He goes, "I can't believe it, because the last time I needed anything like this, I was by myself, the same as I am now. And I had to use Uber to get to the hospital and back, and it just wasn't good for me. It wasn't a good experience." I said, "Well, don't worry about it, man. I got you. Just let me know when it is, and I'll drop what I'm doing, and I'll take care of it." So I did. We went to the hospital, and he went and had his procedure done, and everything was great. Uh, he recovered fine, and everything was good. And I just was down the road from him, and he'd been living in this place for over 9 years. Well, I say over 9 years. I hadn't seen him in over 10, and he was living there then. So let's say he was living there well over 10 years before I ran in contact with him and was there to help him, because I was a mile from his house, and I could go there and be there anytime for him to help him, because he's in his 80s and alone, and I could go there and be there for him if he needed it. And now and then things happened, and I was able to go by and help him and do this and that for him, and it worked out great. Well, all of a sudden, he told me he was moving, and I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I'm going to move to where it's less expensive for me to move or to live." He said, "It's just costing me too much money to live here." And I'm thinking, wait, you've been living here well over 10 years. And now that I came into your life to be here for you, to help you, to be right down the road for you, let you know that God sent me here to be there for you, and you have something telling you to move away from me. He said, "Well, I just need to find a place that's less expensive to live, because they're going to move up on where I'm living." So he moved. He moved over 80 miles away. It's over an hour to get to him. So now I can't go help him. Now I'm not able to be there for him. And what I went to all of this to tell you about that is, that's how evil works. I was brought into his life to help him, and evil didn't like me being there. So it lured him away from where I am. It made him believe that he would go live somewhere else that was going to be cheaper and better. Guess what? It costs a lot of money to move where he moved, and it costs a lot of money to set up where he's setting up. And now he's in financial turmoil more than he was before he moved. He may be able to work his way out of it, but he's on a very fixed income. So what happened is good sent me to him to be there for him, to help him, because he's in his 80s. And evil lured him away. And now he's too far for me to go help him anymore. And guess what? He needs help. I can't help him because that's not the way it works. I don't chase people down to help them. I go to help the people who are there for me to help, the ones that want me to help. I go to be with the people who want me to be there for them. I'm not going to force myself on anybody. But he was lured away by greener pastures and more money. And guess what? He doesn't have more money. He's more in debt now than he was before he moved. And that's just to say, hey, don't always believe that something better is going to be better. Look at it and see what it's doing to you. See where it's taking you. See where it's pulling you away from. See where it's taking you, who it's taking you away from, and then decide on if where you're going is good. Well, I hope everything finds you well. Keep listening and keep watching.